I just did a little bit of tidying up in the wood shop. It's already really hot, so I'm gonna make these cuts quick. I'm just gonna rip the sides of these 4 pieces of maple right here for this pasta dough rolling board that I'm making. There we have it. So we wanted it to be 30, which this is exactly 30 by about 31 or 30. This is 30 this way. So this is a 30 by 30 square. And then I'm gonna glue this up like this. And then I'll put dowels, or I'm gonna glue this up like this, rip these ends flat, and then put end cap pieces that are about 1 inch thick. So it'll end up being about 1 inch wider than he originally asked, which he'll be stoked on. And then I'm gonna do 2 pieces on each end. One there and one on the bottom of this. And that will allow it to be double-sided for rolling dough. So now I need to glue this up. And I'm gonna use dowels so that it will all sync together nicely. So I just got back from the hardware store and I super lucked out. I got a couple things that are gonna make this way better. I got this pro doweling kit that includes a doweling jig, which is what I really needed. I also don't trust this speed square for more than just cutting beams like that, because that's what it's intended for. So I went ahead and got this precision square that's actually made for stuff like this. Now I have square lines drawn on each one. So now it's time to drill all of the dowel holes. And I'm going to use these 5/16 dowels, because then as the board wears down, it'll be able to get a lot more worn down before it gets to the dowels. And I don't want it to get to the dowels. So it'll take many years of heavy use before. It should last a lifetime without ever getting to the dowels, that's my point. So now I need to figure out how to use this jig. And it seems straightforward, I'm pretty sure. Just go like this. So now I got it turned to the right one. 5/8 or 5/16, I mean. 5/16 is right here. So I'll put the piece right here and clamp it. And I assume that this measurement right here, oh, dowel hole center. So this is how far down I want the center to be. And I want the center of this, I can pretty much just eyeball it really. It's good. Yeah. So now I'll tighten that on. Drill through like that, and it should do a nice job. So I'm gonna flip this around this way. Little gauge on here for the line. So now, first I actually need to draw these lines up onto here where I'm gonna be drilling the holes, because all of these are these little marks on here, and those tell me where. So then this will go on like this, and then I find a little mark and center it into there, and it'll drill the hole in the correct place. One more thing, they also included these stops in this kit so that I can set how deep the drill bit goes. So I'm gonna set it so that it goes just over halfway of the length of the dowel into the board. So it's gonna be this distance plus the distance of the actual jig itself. So the jig itself puts the drill bit down that much. So then halfway on this, just over halfway, it's right about here. So this, right there, that's where the stop's gonna be. Right there. Okay, now I got all these holes drilled for the dowels. So now it's time to put it all together, and fingers crossed that it all fits nicely. Go ahead and put a nice bead of glue down the whole thing, filling these holes up. Spread it out. Boom. Then take 3 dowels, put them in these holes. Put these dowels into the hole of this one. And then that'll be sandwiched together. So I got a line drawn right here that should be square with both these edges, since neither one of these edges are square. So I'm going to square this edge up with the skill saw, and then I'm going to rip 2 inches off of this side because there's like a little drop in it where it didn't glue up quite right. And then I'm going to put end pieces on there and glue that tonight. So I'm going to make this cut. To 28. Just like that. I'll cut. That's where I'm going to cut it. So this will be 3 3/8 up from that, because that's how wide the blade to the guard is. I mean 3 5/8. Okay, there we go, like that. Should be clamped All right, let's make this cut. Just realized this clamp needs to be on the other side. Right there. So now this side feels good now. Yeah. Pretty good. Okay. So now I need to sand this side. Quite a lot. So here's the time lapse me sanding. All right, so I'm gonna put two pieces that are 1 inch wide and the same thickness as this. And I'm gonna glue those up onto the ends here to cap this board off. And then that's gonna glue up. And then tomorrow, I'm gonna take 2 more pieces that are probably like that. And then I'm gonna attach those to the full length across this. One here and one on the bottom side of this side. So it'll be a double-sided dough rolling machine. So this board is 1 inch, 1 inch and 1/8 thick. So I'm gonna rip this into strips that are the thickness of this board, and then I'll have 2 1 inch and 1/8 wide pieces to use on here. And then I'm gonna cut, but before I rip it, because I want to save as much of this material as possible for future projects. So I'm gonna cut off a piece that is 30.5 long. So then I should be able to get all the pieces I need to finish this board out of this one board, if that makes sense. I've got these strips, and these are gonna go on these sides. So this thing's all glued up. I'm either a genius or an idiot. I'm gonna try to trim the excess off of this on the table saw by holding this whole piece up and running it through like this. And I think it'll work. So that seemed to work pretty good. I removed a lot of this lip from here. A lot of this material. So I should be able to now sand this flush a lot quicker. I've been sanding for like over an hour, and I got this edge and the edge over on the other side, on the bottom of this side, completely flat, so I can cut strips and glue them this way, and those will be the pieces that hang over the edge of the counter and hold the board on. Sorry about my voice, I'm sick, but I'm still trying to get stuff done. Just like that, clamps all along it, boom, glue her down. Yep. See you tomorrow. It's the next day. This stuff's glued up. So now I'm gonna unclamp. Obviously. now we can see how it's gonna work. This will sit like this. Boom. And then roll in the dough. Pull, 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 pull. Big dough ball. Little ends that are a little bit sticking out. I'm gonna go over to the chop saw and just notch those off real quick. Good enough for me. Is it good enough for you? That's as close as I'm going. This thing's officially sanded and ready for finish. This is what we're using. Let's lather it on. That's pretty. board's done, and since it's for a friend, I'm gonna just deliver it to him since he's just on the road, and he has no idea that this is done yet. I haven't even told him that I started it, and he like probably doesn't think I even am starting it for a while. So I think he's gonna be excited. And yeah, I'm pretty happy how it turned out. There's a couple things I'd do differently to make it better if I did it again, but I know that he'll like it, and I'm giving him a good price on it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Till next time.